generous. You know, family, so it should be a family with a father, with a mother, of course, with a sibling. So tonight is a complete package. You'll be hearing from the Benikid's family about top number 5.
Forward, bro. Yan.
All right. These are lovely family pictures taken probably, I am still full of hair from that was 15 years ago. From 10 years. Of course, the only man, the most handsome in the family. Okay, that's me. My name is Ferdinand, and I just turned 61 years of age last December. And I work as a nurse at Mr. Georgetown, specialized on. You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Here in the back.
Yes.
Okay. As I said, working as a nurse at Mr. Georgetown Hospital, specialized in orthopedics. Pag nabalihan kayo ng buto, you just see me. And I've been in the ministry for, as mentioned by Brother Gerald, nearly 25 years. To be exact, is November 1998, when Pinky and I were sitting in the same seat where you are sitting right now. That was nearly 25 years ago. Okay. And as I said, we serve in the family ministry. So our children grow up in the community. From Kids for Christ, before it wasn't Kids for Christ yet, in year 1993 when it was established in the Philippines. But here in America, especially in our area, it was established in year 2000. Then it was Kids Watch. So basically our role is just the term itself, watching the kids, until it was structured and formalized in year 2000. So we were the first coordinators for Kids for Christ. And then from Kids for Christ, we went to Youth for Christ. We handled the Singles for Christ. At the same time also, from members of CFC, now we are arrested as unit leaders. So may I introduce my wife, and he will say something about herself.
Good evening, brothers and sisters to be. My name is Binky Benikid. So I don't want to repeat what he said, but I was actually pregnant when I joined CLP. I was all by myself here waiting for his petition. He's still in the Philippines. So after I graduated, I finished that CLP, I joined Handmaids. So for a year, I was a handmaid of the Lord. That was 27 years ago. I was pregnant with Abby. Okay. And I want to introduce Abby.
Hello, my name is Abby Benikid. I was the one that was in my mom's belly when she was in CLP. I'm part of SFC Nova, and I guess we both are, my sister and I, and also work at MedStar Georgetown as a nurse. Okay, and I'm going to introduce my sister.
Hello, I'm Gabby. I do not work at MedStar Georgetown as a nurse. I'm a teacher. I'm also in Singles for Christ in Virginia with my ate. Yeah, cool to be here.
And we call ourselves Squanikid. That's our text message group. So we call ourselves Squanikid. And my wife didn't mention, she's also a nurse at MedStar Georgetown. The same unit, we work the same unit at the operating room. She's a transplant nurse. So basically we see each other day and night. Okay? And let's proceed.
Yeah.
Okay, we will skip this because time management wise, I don't want to bore you. Maybe, stay awake for the next 30 minutes. So we'll skip these games. As you can see, each talk in CLP has an anchor verse which is based on the talk, all the talks, the outlines based on anchor verse. For this talk, 5 Christian families is taken from Joshua chapter 24 verse 15, which I read. It is, if it is displeasing to you to serve the Lord, decide tonight, whom you will serve. The gods of your ancestors served beyond the river, or the gods of the Amorites in whose country you are dwelling. As for me and my household, for the Balikin household, we have been serving the Lord for nearly 25 years. All right. Core message of this talk is love. It's all about love. Love, kasabihan nila, love begets love. Do you believe love is blind? Love begets love. But that's a noun. It doesn't mean anything. That's very objective. But mind you, brothers and sisters, love is not love until it is shared. That's talk number 4, all about loving God and loving thy neighbor. So love must be shared. When love is shared, it creates life. That's why we have a family. Okay? So love that creates life is a family. Because family is a community of life of love. The family is the basic unit of society. As such, the conditions of individual families determines the conditions of society. Do you agree? The conditions of individual or each society shapes the progress of each state. Do you agree? And the condition of each state determine the conditions of the whole country as well. And the condition of this country tell us all about the world. Can you just imagine if that family remains a community of life and love? We don't have this war between Ukraine and Russia. We didn't have this war in Israel and Palestine. Because the whole world is composed of family where the way of life is based on life and love. So that's how important this talk is. Which the goal of this talk is to stress the importance of having a Christian family. And at the same time, we will also tell you practical advice on how to build a strong Christian family. In God's plan, the Christian family is a community of life and love. We mentioned that. It has a mission to guard, reveal, and communicate love. Communicate love, share, and it creates life. However, God has lost His central place in the family because it is under serious attack in many fronts today.
So if we take a look at the family as an institution today, what it is, what it has become, its very foundation and stability are under attack in many fronts. The family in the modern world, as much as and perhaps more than any other institution, has been beset by many profound and rapid changes that have affected society and culture. One Many have claimed to redefine the traditional definition of both marriage and family. That causes great confusion in our society and world today. The growing and alarming number of broken homes, separations, and divorces. Although total marriages and total divorces have declined from 2011 and 2021, the ratio of marriages to divorce is nearly 2 to 1. My husband updated this data, and it says from CDC year 2021, marriage rate is 6 in 1,000 for total population. Divorce rate is 2.5 in 1,000 marriages. And census.gov marriage rate is 14.9, while divorce rate is 6.9. The number of unmarried partners, couples living together in U.S. is increasingly steadily nearly tripled in 2 decades, from 6 million to 20.1 million in 2022. That's 7.5% of the total population.
Can you just imagine that rate that Sister Vicky just mentioned? Almost 2 to 1 marriage rate over the ratio of divorce rate. Meaning, brothers and sisters, is out of 2 marriages, 1 will end up in divorce. So it's 50-50. And the unmarried couple is 7.5% of the total populations of U.S. Not only that, brothers and sisters, as we go along, you know, per CDC in 2020, there are 620,327 legal abortions. Meaning legal, these are only the reported legal abortions. Reported nationally compared to 1.4 million in 1990. Of course, the latest data doesn't reflect the recent Supreme Court decisions of a federal ban on abortion. So 620,000 of abortions. Probably some of you here are math teachers. Do a simple mental math. You divide that 365 days and divide that into 60 hours, 24 hours in 1 day. Divide that into 16 per minute. Brothers and sisters, with this latest data out of 2020 number of abortions, 1 baby is being aborted per minute. Per minute. Why am I mentioning this, brothers and sisters? There again, the family values. Family is a community of life and love. Where is love if you abort your baby? And on top of this, no more than 7% of these abortions are attributed to health of the mother. That's why they are aborting. That's considered justified, okay? Because the pregnancy would lead to the death of the mother. And no more than 1% in both cases of rape and incest. Hear this, brothers and sisters, to me. 92% of abortions are performed for social, economic, and personal reasons. 3 out of 4 women having abortion say a child would interfere with their work, school, and other responsibilities. Bakit ka magbubuntis kung ayaw mo namang mabuntis? Yung baby nakakaabala sa trabaho mo at sa career. Okay? Staggering numbers. Staggering numbers, brothers and sisters. And the United States surpasses all other Western nations in a number of abortions per 1,000 women of childbearing age. Again, what I have said from the onset, brothers and sisters, degradation of family virtues matters. Life matters, but family values also matters. Why? Because this virtue, brothers and sisters, are the basic principle of the existence and development of society itself. Depends the life of society. Depends on this future generation. This is a virtue, a family virtue.
So statistically, increasing number of live-ins, teenage pregnancies, and unwanted children, heinous crimes committed by juveniles, drug, alcohol-related problems, accidents and death, spouse, child, and elderly abuses, neglect. Even worse is the traditional definition of family, and marriage is being challenged. Marriages between same-sex, 37 states have legal same-sex marriages. 26 by court decision, 8 by state legislation, and 2 by popular vote in May. You see, in Maryland in 2013 and in DC in 2012, they were same-sex marriage was legalized, or were legalized. Census Bureau estimates that as of 2021, 711,029 of the nation's 61.3 million married couples, or 1.2%, involved same-sex marriage. So 2 married women, more prevalent than 2 married men. I mean, I work in the hospital, and some of my wonderful surgeons, they're here. Excellent, very smart surgeon, but they are married with, same sex. We want to face up to this attack and to come out victorious with our families intact and even stronger. And for this to happen, we need to put in on God's mind and follow His plan for the family. To make our marriage work, it is essential, first and foremost, that we fully understand what our marriage is all about. We need to know God's purpose in marriage. The family is not perfect, yet a beautiful gift from God. Pope Francis affirms in Amore Laetitia, I thank God for that many families which are far from considering themselves perfect, live in love, fulfill their calling, and keep moving forward. Even if they fall many times along the way, the Synod's reflections show us that there is no stereotype of the ideal family, but rather a challenging mosaic made up of many different realities, with all their joys, hopes, and problems.
God's plan for the family. As I said from the beginning, family is the basic unit of society. The family, the basic unit of society, is no accident in history. It was meant to be so from the very beginning. Weakness can become a light in the darkness of the world. We look to the Holy Family of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph for inspiration. Let us fulfill our mission, brothers and sisters, being present in our own families through the simple yet enriching ways. Eating together, praying constantly, loving each other unconditionally. It is our common interest interest in the welfare of our family that attracted us, brought us, and made us stay in Couples for Christ for nearly 25 years, since we sat for that CLP in November 1998. The Lord has been faithful to us in CFC through all these years since its founding in 1981 in the Philippines. Moreover, we are so grateful to His loving kindness and fidelity by giving us the family ministries in 2000, so we can rear our children in godly values at different stages of life. With our brothers and sisters, again, love begets love. Love is not love until it's shared and creates life. With that, may God be praised.